time. And that could be another villager down. Let's see this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, so many archers down! Oh my gosh! Hello everyone, my name is Nobody. Welcome to Game 1, Round 1 of this first matchup in the Mangrove Shallows Cup. This is a tournament hosted by MemTV and Shirazini with a generous donation from a Chinese sponsor. I have to look up his name, but you can find his name. It's all over AOE Zone. If you go through the tournament, you can do !MSC, and yeah, MSC to be check out all the check out Mem stream and that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is with a very select number of maps that are all kind of bog themed. There is a balance patch on all these maps such that all the water ships, all the ships on water, are nerfed against land units. So hopefully we won't be seeing all water. It's been tweaked a few times, and this tournament is for $10,000. Total grand prize pool. There are 5 rounds in the Swiss stage. You have to win 3 of those 5 rounds to advance to the quarterfinals, and then from there on, it's a single elimination tournament. All the best players are playing. Right now, we have ACCM on the bottom left playing in purple as the... Oh, let me use my capture age. Mongols. And in green, we have Liereyy playing as the Mayans. I'm not 100% sure on the balance with these civilizations on this particular kind of map, but I can tell you that usually Mayans has a bit of an advantage because Mayans are a really strong civilization on all maps. Mongols can be especially strong, though, if there's a lot of hunt, and I don't particularly see a lot of hunt. I see a rhino, I see an elephant, I see a zebra, but that is all the standard hunt that you normally get. Looks like Liereyy is here to lame a little bit. And yeah, looks like everything's going smoothly, so I'm pretty happy about that. Villager is coming in, and Lierey's going to try to block it. I don't think he has enough space to, but he's going to try anyway, and he's not going to lose any HP. But that's not too bad, but the Rhino is going back! Oh no! Oh no, the Rhino's going back! And here's ACCM Scout. Here comes the Villager. A little bit laggy to start things off. But that is not the best thing ever. And here comes the Villager coming back. So that is going to slow down ACCM just a little bit, especially because he's playing as the Mongols. You want that hunt in nice and early. I would bet you ACCM's trying to go for the quickest feudal age possible by getting all that hunt nice and early. So any little delay here could be 1 villager more that he has to build and could delay his feudal time. And that's an advantage you don't want to give up because the Mayans, again, are so strong. They start with an extra villager. All their resources last longer. They get some really good archers and access to the Eagle Warrior and Plumed Archer, which are very strong. Let's take a look at Lierey's map. Top, we have his gold. Left stone. Stone is very important in the mine, so there's the 2 stones. Gold is in a safe position. Berries are a little forward. And this is a very open map. But this cliff helps just a little bit, but not too much, because it's really hard to wall there. Taking a look at ACCM's map, berries on the left. Can wall here. Lierey's still hanging around this elephant because he knows ACCM wants to collect that. And ACCM, yeah, it's going to be risky. Does he have Loom? Has Loom researched, but it's still risky. I would want your scout if you're ACCM. ACCM has a scout north. It's not going to help out. Liereyy, is he going to see this? Here's the fog of war of ACCM. And Lierey's going to try to block. There is quite a lot of lag in this game. And because of that, it looks like the elephant's going back. It only got hit once. You need to hit it twice, of course. Here comes this village is going to come over. This is a unique play. And she's going to try to prevent the eagle from blocking this elephant. And looks like it'll be successful. ACCM will get his elephant in. But it certainly slowed down his build, and we'll see what time he goes up in. Mongols, the fastest I like to see players go up is usually 19 pop. Sometimes they go up 18 pop. 20 pop is a little late for Mongols. 21, it's like you don't even have a bonus at all. So gold in the back, stone in the back for ACCM. Stone, again, important for the Mongols. And one thing, so it looks like we have a Dark Age rush from Liereyy. ACCM going to go for a fast feudal on 20 population. and probably will go for scouts. He's got to defend this Dark Age Rush first. One thing I forgot to mention, I forgot to introduce these players because I was a little distracted by setting up Capture Age and that kind of stuff. But Liereyy is one of the strongest players. Every player you ask, who's the second strongest player in Age of Empires 2, it's always they say Liereyy, probably for the last year. Maybe MBL 3, debatable. But they always say Liereyy, and he's had some really good tournament performances. Performed well in Hidden Cup 2, most recently. So, and I think the strength of Lierey's game, he's a very, very fast player. Every player has strengths and weaknesses. He's a super fast player. Great decision-making as well. A pretty aggressive player. ACCM is always in the tournaments, though, because he really deserves to be there. One of the top Vietnamese players, plays on all the top Vietnamese teams. Hopefully we'll be able to give Liereyy a run for his money. And maybe pull off the upset, because that is possible. Villager's going to go back. And ACCM can have some unorthodox plays of his own, but a very experienced, a very veteran player. Certainly, we're not talking about him being phased by playing Liereyy or being phased by playing in a big tournament for a lot of money, because he's already done that many, many times. And that's a poor fight for ACCM to take. Going to lose a lot of HP on his scout. Did get those quick walls up, and there's the stable, but you can kind of see ACCM panicking a little bit. Not panicking, but these are not optimal decisions. These are not optimal walls. The stable's up a little bit late. Not looking too good because Lierey's putting on a lot of pressure. Is he going to try to run past that town center? That would have been a poor decision. How is ACCM's food looking like? Low on food, low on wood. Got two scouts queued. But so far, ACCM, this is a perfect reflection. What are you doing, Liereyy? Running past the town center and for nothing. Lost a lot of HP on those militias. That was a mistake. The one big thing that you can see how ACCM's not playing optimally because he's under pressure, doesn't have any of the eco upgrades. You can see on the bottom right, doesn't have horse collar or bit axe. That villager getting kind of low. This one's going to get super low, but is going to get out of there, and that's perfect. And those upgrades, they cost food, they cost wood. Right now, ACCM not even floating any food, so how the hell do you afford an upgrade that costs food? The answer is you don't. Yeah, you build a dock. That's the answer. You build a dock. Here comes the scouts coming out. ACCM eventually did clear up that Dark Age Rush, but what's things looking like at Lierey's base? Liereyy has 4 farms down, still taking a little extra food, resources, 200 food in the bank. But notably, Liereyy has gotten both of his economy upgrades, horse collar and bit axe, and he's also gone for a double barracks build. This is quite unusual, even for the Mayans. And I wonder what prompted Liereyy to go for the double barracks build. Perhaps because it's a very open map? Perhaps, but ACCM is walling it off. I haven't watched any games of Liereyy within the last probably 2 months, so I can't tell you if this is a new Liereyy strategy. But we'll see how this shakes out. And there we go, Demorath coming out. I have no clue how this thing is going to perform against units because there's been some balance changes. The players, I'm sure, have played with the balance changes, unless you're ACCM, who might not have downloaded the maps, so I'm not sure. Let's see how this thing does. Did some decent damage, killed the Spearman. Did a little bit to the Eagle Warrior. That is a big question. What experience does ACCM have with these balance changes if you didn't have the maps downloaded? I do not know. Maybe he was expecting that demo to do a lot more damage. But archery range coming up from Liereyy. Liereyy is not concerned at all about getting docks out, and the only place he could get a dock out is right there, I think. And maybe here? So maybe that's his problem. A lot of food economy for ACCM. He's really farmed up after this. Normally what you do after you go scouts is you go archery ranges. Instead we have a dock for ACCM, and the rest of the wood he's seeded into the farms. So thinking about Castle Age. Meanwhile, Liereyy has 1 extra military production building. Gonna have another extra building. Let's see how this guy does. Oh my god! Four eagles down. That was some big damage. Couldn't even tell that demo raft was nerfed at all. So out of some of the nerfs, we should talk about them. The galleys build slower. I think by like 20 seconds. For reference, they usually take about 60 seconds to build. I think the attack of them has all been nerfed against land units, and their armor has also been nerfed. So land units don't take as much damage. Land units can do more damage. But as you saw right there, the demo raft's still very formidable. And I'm kind of glad. I like to see those demo shots. And these scouts can get another villager. Liereyy, not looking too good. ACCM coming back a little bit. Liereyy had a really good Dark Age. And now this Feudal Age. Lost a bunch of eagles. Lost a villager. This wall is still not complete. Now we have fire ships coming in. They seem to be pretty strong. As you can see on the armor, 4 minus 2. So that's a total of 2 armor. 2 less than normal. And how's the fire ship doing against this spearman? Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. I know, Mono Scout. Don't worry. I know. Thanks for your suggestion, though. I'm trying to use the features a little sparingly. I could use some a little more often. But, like in this situation, it would be very useful. But I don't want to overwhelm everyone with the features. First Castle Age coming in for Liereyy. This is a sign of promise for him. Gonna go with another military production build. It's gonna be another archer range. So 2 archer range, 2 barracks. Not building anything from the barracks, building archers from the archery ranges. Demo raft's still very effective. I think that demo paid for about itself. And another dock for ACCM. He needs that production speed because, again, the production speed has been nerfed. ACCM, however, has not clicked up to the Castle Age, getting ready to click up to the Castle Age right now. And this looks to be the end of ACCM's pressure. I think Lierey's got enough back at home. But he's done some good damage this game. Villager count is 38 to 34. So that means we have about maybe a 3 villager lead for ACCM, considering that ACCM has yet to click up to the next age. And his town center will be idle during that time. And that could be another villager down. Let's see this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, so many archers down. Oh, my gosh. Such a big play. ACCM getting tons of value for this. And Liereyy wasn't paying attention, I think. He should have split his archers up. And this villager is weak, too. That villager could die in one more hit. Down he goes. ACCM with a big lead this game. And going to kill off even more of these archers. Are we going to see maybe a good game from Liereyy? I don't think so. Lierey's not that kind of player. And certainly Lierey's not going to throw in a good game when his opponent is still in the Feudal Age. But here we go. ACCM going to the Castle Age, getting scale barding armor, thinking about adding a few knights. And finally, Lierey's going to finish off this wall. All that effort to finish off this wall. Imagine if that wall was finished a few seconds earlier. 3 town centers for Liereyy. He's got that Mayans economy. Resources are lasting longer for him. So he's just going to try to max that out. Going to take some stone as well. And think about a castle. Eco upgrades coming in. ACCM still without horse collar. He really needs to get that upgrade. These 3 farms expiring, and soon a lot of these other farms will be expiring, putting a big drain on ACCM's wood economy. And he needs a lot of food for knights. He's got a good bank right now. Going to be pumping knights. Probably going to get his galley upgrades. Those are all expensive. Not a big wood surplus for ACCM, so he's not going to be able to drop down town centers right away. A lot of this wood is going into ships. Hello, Bombay Gypsy. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. We have some pretty exciting games here. And there's that War Galley upgrade. I wonder if ACCM could start to work on these buildings. Taking out those military production buildings, harassing the farms, harassing the wood line with water units. That could be a possibility. Here comes the knight from ACCM. See if it can do any good raiding. Let's take a look at the villager number, 43 to 40. Liereyy has caught up, and now he's ahead because he added those extra town centers. But he's really got no military. Fireship's going to try to go past the town center. That lack of 2 Pierce armor really hurting there. With the normal Pierce armor, would have survived that town center. And now 2 docks, 3 docks for Liereyy, placing it on here. And he's going to start bumping galleys of his own. Lierey's not in a bad position, actually. ACCM couldn't do any more damage. And now Liereyy has a better economy. Not quite yet, but he's getting there. He has more villagers, certainly. But Liereyy still has to afford for some upgrades. Take a look at this galley. Galley has Bodkin Arrow. Needs War Galley. These knights going to work on this archery range. We need to see some more galleys. And I wonder how this balance is going to be changed. With the galleys doing a lot more damage against the fire ships, since they have that lack of pierce armor. But that archery range is down. That was a big risk for ACCM. He lost a lot of HP on those knights. Liereyy could have just repaired more and more. But somehow those knights getting in. And you gotta be careful. Don't want the fire ships under the town center. Really don't want that. Gotta get these fire ships out of there. That fire ship going down to the town center. This might be enough for Liereyy to defend. If not, this will be disastrous. Critical moment in this game. War galleys are doing tons of damage. And knights are on top of the galleys, doing some good damage as well. And how much damage are these war galleys really doing to these knights? Let's see. I think hardly any damage. So these knights could potentially get some good ratings. Mangonel now here for ACCM, putting on the pressure. No eagles coming out to snipe off that Mangonel. So Liereyy is fully invested into the galleys, and I'm not sure they're going to be a good counter to the knights. Villager number 49 to 56. We now have 3 town centers out from ACCM where they're coming up. So ACCM won't be too far behind in economy, but he is a little behind. He still needs to do a little bit of damage. Oh, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you made it. These are some pretty exciting games with some new balance changes just for these maps and new maps. And some great players as always. Glad you joined us. Welcome, Sir Labuk, to the stream. Here comes those knights. Are they losing any HP at all? 808 overall HP. And I think Lierey's realized this is not going to work. He needs something other than the galleys to defend. What would be great is +2 armor on these knights, because then they could sit under the town centers. These town centers have Bodkin Arrow, so they are a little bit deadly to the knights. Here comes +2 armor coming in right now. Once ACCM gets that, I think just go in, raid. Monastery coming up from ACCM. He desperately needs a counter to the knights. And let me double click the knights here. While HP is going down, some of that is due to the town center. +2 armor is still not done. That was premature to take that fight. Wanted to wait for +2 armor. Now we have a ram coming out to take down these 2 barracks. The monastery notably is on the front too, so that could be a vulnerable building. Why choose Mayans for a water map? Why not choose Mayans for every map? Because Mayans are a really good civilization with a good economy. And the Mayans as well, they get Bodkin Arrow. I remember talking with Tato in the AOC days in an interview. No, with Fire. And I asked him about the Mayans choice in Masters of Islands, and he said the Mayans are a great civ for water just because they're a great civ in a lot of situations. Of course, we're past the AOC days, but still, they're a good civ. Here's that demo. Demo's going to explode on the monk. Never thought I'd say that before. Here's that phrase. And Ram is going to go down. Looks like Lierey's got some momentum. Lierey's also has a villager lead. Let's see if these knights can do anything. They now have +2 armor. They're much stronger than before. Nice quick walls for Liereyy. And they're losing HP, but super slowly now. It's a big difference between +1 armor and +2 armor. Now a little bit faster now that that fire ship is in there. So the fire ship's certainly doing the most damage. The galley's doing hardly any damage to the knights. But I think Lierey's in a strong position this game. His economy is very strong. Liereyy as well has enough stone for a castle. I like the knight choice from ACCM, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, especially with these monks from Liereyy. And one knight getting converted. That's a good shot, though. You want reduce that HP as much as possible. Vodka arrow coming from ACCM. Down 20 villagers. Not looking great at all for ACCM. How does he get back in this game? A castle would be great. We're nowhere near getting a castle. ACCM does have a lot of war galleys. That's something to be hopeful for. But there's that castle from Liereyy. Liereyy can play a defensive style game with that extra economy that he has. And this is the only bright spot for ACCM. 11 war galleys versus 5 war galleys for Liereyy and 8 fire ships. But that's not going to be the angle for ACCM because that castle's there. Going to have to approach from another angle. Perhaps can try to raid the economy in this area. Oh, gotta go back, gotta go back. War galleys still are pretty fast. They're pretty good raiders. Things can turn around in a hurry. If ACCM parks his galleys right there, then that villager number will become... that villager difference will basically become 0. At ACCM, where is he going to go? This would be a good time for the Fog of War. So let's see if I do this right. Alt-6. There you go. Fog of War. So ACCM should be coming around to the side. Instead, it's going to go north, where he can find some villagers over there. This is towards the military production buildings. Again, this is a great area. But ACCM going to take his knights instead of his war galleys, and it's going to raid this area. And these knights are going to do tons of damage. Do they have +1 attack? They do not. But regardless, slow reaction from Liereyy. And if ACCM gets around and there's still no reaction to Liereyy, that's going to be great. However, ACCM attacking the lumber camp now is going to move around. What's happening over here? Some monks going to try to get the conversions. 1 monk going to go down. 2 monks going to go down. No conversions, but that'll be 2 galleys down to that castle. That's the second castle, by the way, of Liereyy. How's this raid going? It's still a huge raid. Tons of villagers going down. Now we have 3 galleys in the area as well. They're going to go through the gate, unfortunately, and not the broken palisade. That might be 1 more villager down. And still knights trying to get some shots off on those villagers. 1 more going down. That must have been at least 10 or 12 villagers lost in that raid. And the knights are still alive. They're still doing damage. Villager discrepancy is not big at all anymore. That was a huge raid for ACCM. And Liereyy just didn't react. So villager discrepancy now is a 10 villager difference. Still good lead for Liereyy, especially because he has 2 castles. Liereyy thinking about adding a 3rd castle, but ACCM's thinking about adding his 1st castle. That'll certainly help in the defense. Not that he needs it. He hasn't been defending all this game. And Liereyy is going to get owned 1 more time by these galleys. And ACCM's still over here. Lierey's economy is not doing well at all. However, Liereyy, massing plumed archers, we'll see how they do against the galleys. What's the armor on the galleys? 6 minus 4. Almost no pierce armor at all. 2 pierce armor only. So those plumed archers are going to take care of those war galleys easy. But ACCM is the first of the next stage. ACCM's economy is working 100% capacity. Whereas Liereyy has a lot of idols. Adding a town center over there to protect over there. And just Lierey's economy is not doing too well. However, I like the army of Liereyy. These plumed archers are very strong against these galleys. That castle is in a perfect position for this time. Going to protect so much of ACCM's base and also help him get to that golden stone. Greening coming in, 1 extra pierce armor on the galleys. Not going to help that much though. Lierey's up to the next stage. Finally, Horse Collar coming in from ACCM. Finally. And what an exciting game. ACCM could be able to take this one against Liereyy. But Lierey's got a pretty strong defense. ACCM's going to have to tread down these castles. And to do that, he's going to have to get through those plumed archers. Economy clearly in a better position for Liereyy now that he's got things sorted out. Lost a lot of resources in those big raids. But I think he's got things sorted out. Getting heavy plow now. 10 villager advantage. Down at the south. Small victory for ACCM. Map control, definitely ACCM. I like all these houses. It gives him a lot of vision. It gives him a lot of confidence to be able to expand across the map. Still has 2 knights back there. Let's see what the play is for ACCM in this early Imperial Age. Is it going to be a Trebuchet right away? It's going to be Galleon and Bracer. And again, I just like to see how they do against these Plumed Archers. Plumed Archers going to get their first raid of this game. That house with not a lot of HP on it. That's going to go down pretty quick. And gotta wait, gotta wait. Gotta wait for Galleon, gotta wait for Bracer. Would like to see a demo. But ACCM's going to take that fight. I think that's going to be a win for Liereyy, maybe? It's so hard to tell with these balance changes. There you go, Bracer's done. Galleon will be done soon. And now the Trebuchet is going to come out. ACCM has a little bit of time here. It's going to be hard to take down these castles, but if he can do it, then no more Plumed Archers for Liereyy. Should be a victory for ACCM. Another castle coming up from Liereyy. He's got so many castles now. This is going to be the third. No, the fourth. Another castle coming up for Liereyy up there. As well as some walls coming in. And these Galleons are doing okay. They do have that hill advantage. But they're certainly going to have to go back for that castle. I think take things one step at a time. If you're ACCM, try to win this Trebuchet battle. It's so important. And actually, this is a big point. Liereyy actually researching elite Plumed Archer, making more Plumed Archers from these castles, not making Trebuchets. Where's the Trebuchet going to come in? No Trebuchets being made for Liereyy. That means that Liereyy most definitely will lose a castle. If this castle goes up, Plumed Archer's going to move in before then. Here comes the Galleons. Let's see if the Plumed Archers are in on time. They pick off some of these Trebs. And it doesn't look like it. Heavy demo being researched by ACCM. Going full into the water upgrades. Lierey's going to lose at least one castle. Still no Trebuchets on the way for Liereyy. I see no Trebuchets being made at all. This is a big mistake from Liereyy. We've seen some big mistakes from Liereyy this game. Some kinks in the armor. And as well, ACCM, all you got to do to finish this off are some rams. Some rams would be lovely. Siege ram being upgraded right now. Galleons are not as good at taking the Plumed Archer shots, but certainly the rams will be. One castle going down for Liereyy. That's okay, he's got 3 more castles, but this castle is now in danger. Finally, Liereyy making some trebuchets. I don't know, let's see how this fight goes. Use the overall HP. Those Plumed Archers will be able to take down Cap Rams, but Siege Rams will be a different story. Siege Ram almost done. ACCM's gotta keep building the Siege Rams. Now we have Eagle Warrior coming in for Liereyy to counter the Rams. And there you go, Siege Ram done. And Liereyy can't stay here and take this battle. Not with those Siege Rams there. Or can he? There's no more Siege Rams. Here comes a demo. Demo's not gonna do anything. Here's the overall HP. Looks like Lierey's is going down a little bit faster and that castle is down. Fast fire ship coming in as well, so all the water upgrades, and for Liereyy, all the land upgrades. Economies are now even, 117 villagers versus 122. Basically the same. Looks like that Eagle Warrior can take some shots. What ACCM should do as well, it's kind of hard with these castles, but if you can raid, that would be ideal. Lierey's done a great job of walling the sides of the map. But still, ACCM has more map control, so that means more resources overall. There's that Siege Ram. ACCM with the momentum. However, Liereyy is making that Eagle Warrior switch. Eldorado coming in. I guess we're going to see if these Eagle Warriors can do something. And if not, this is going to be the win for ACCM. And look at this. Even 3 trebuchets down in the south taking out this castle. And I think this is going to be the win for ACCM. Going to pull off a little bit of an upset in this first game. This is a best of 5, of course. You're going to have to win 3 games. Let's see how these Eagles do. They do pretty well. I didn't see them lose any HP at all. Yeah, losing almost no HP. These Eagles are going to do excellent against these Galleons. And ACCM's going to have to come up with a solution against them. Maybe it's going to be the fast fire ships. Maybe it's going to be the demos. ACCM can't sit here and take this. However, there's not that many Eagles. I think Liereyy needs to continuously pump these Eagles. Liereyy only down to 1 castle. So pretty reliant on Eagle production. We're going to need 1 more unit in this composition. And maybe that unit's going to be the Hussar. Maybe it's just going to be demo ships. Castle up in the north. Already getting trebbed down. I don't necessarily agree with that position. Give it a Mangadai out here. And now Liereyy getting pushed back a little bit. However, it looks like ACCM will lose the castle. ACCM has not been able to get onto Mangadai production, but is starting light cav production, and these are some of the strongest light cavs in the game. I'm gonna try to go for some raids, but nice defense from Liereyy. Big demo shot right there. But still enough for Liereyy to defend. Here comes another demo ship. This has 110 attack, still a lot of attack. But normally that would flatten all the Eagles, and that really didn't do that. Still that 1 castle remaining for Liereyy. But ACCM taking over a lot of that gold. And that's all that castle was meant to do, I think, to secure that gold. Halberdier now coming in for Liereyy. You didn't know Halbs are actually pretty good against ships. They can poke holes in them. I've never seen land army being used on this map. Bombay Gypsy, this is with balance changes. The balance changes have as well been tweaked since last week. They've been tweaked a lot. And as you can see, I would have to say it's pretty balanced. ACCM getting a lot of value out of the ships for the most part of this game, but kind of hitting a wall. Oh, that demo. Oh my gosh. Got at least 10 plumed archers. Pretty good hit. Alright, with these Halbs in here, I think we'll have to see another unit to counter them. There's only 2 options here. There's going to be, unless you count cavalry archers, but there's either going to be elite skirmisher or Mangadai. We'll have to see one of those for the Halbs. Doesn't look like the Galleons are doing too much. An interesting castle for ACCM. Great position. If that castle gets up, that would be great for ACCM. So many areas of the map for ACCM to raid, but doesn't look like it'll be getting up for now. However, Mangadai are being made, and Mangadai, of course, counted a Halb. We'll check back up on that. Hussar being made for ACCM. It's a lot of resources to put into Hussar. It's a good late game upgrade, because it'll save gold and will make your food unit stronger. But I think we need to count it to the Halb right now. And perhaps those resources should be invested in something like Elite Mangadai. Eagle Warrior doing a lot of damage in the back. Perhaps ACCM will clean it up. There's that Hussar. These Hussar are some of the strongest Hussar in the game. Really great against melee units. Just okay against Pierce. Against ranged units. Oh! Lonely Militia. Wandering around. Didn't know how he got there. And it looks like ACCM's castle will get up if he sends some more villagers. He still has those 2 trebuchets there. Very big asset. Look at the gold count for ACCM. Tons of gold in the bank. Here's the value of gold in the armies. A little bit more. For Liereyy. Liereyy, of course, does have the momentum. 4 trebuchets parked on the castle of ACCM. ACCM's going to attempt to repair it. Doesn't look like he has enough army to push on the front. And not really pushing on the right either. These Eagle Warriors doing the damage. ACCM, you have got 2,000 gold. Gotta make that worth it. Because right now, you're getting pushed on two sides. How do you make this 2,000 gold worth it? I thought Elite Mangadai would have been a great upgrade, and we didn't see that. We did not see that at all. Food is a problem for ACCM if he wants to make that upgrade. Prothyan Tactics coming in. He's thinking about it. But we've only got 2 castles for ACCM. ACCM can't afford to lose one more castle. Yeah, and that castle getting bulldozed over. Now it looks like Liereyy has a lot of momentum. I thought ACCM would win this game maybe 10-20 minutes ago. I'm thinking Liereyy has the advantage now. These land units are doing pretty good against the water units of ACCM. And it's not looking too good at all. The Eagles are now raiding inside of ACCM's base. I don't know where ACCM's army is. Certainly it's not a very big one. And Siege Ram coming up for Liereyy. Lierey's got this game. What a game. A lot of momentum shifts. ACCM, just Liereyy taking the Dark Age, ACCM taking the Feudal Age. Castle Age kind of went both ways. Liereyy with the big boom, but ACCM doing the big damage. Early Imperial Age definitely went to ACCM, but then Liereyy turned it around once he added those Eagle Warriors in. And what a great game. So many momentum shifts. Really great game. Siege Ram's coming down for the castle. And we should see the good game coming in soon. I think biggest mistake for ACCM this game was probably investing too heavily onto the water units. We saw their weakness. And not investing too much into the Mangadai. Finally, Elite Mangadai coming in. The strongest unit. Perhaps in Age of Empires 2, but even then, it's too little too late. You can't make Mangadai from the archer range. You have to make them from castles. This castle is dead. We have 1 castle remaining for ACCM, and that's the one that's researching Elite Mangadai. And now Desperation Move Watchtower coming up from ACCM. Gonna try to hold that hill. Gonna try to pick off those trebuchets. If he had enough Mangadai, he could do it. And perhaps can go try and snipe off 1 or 2, but still, this castle has to be going down. Green units all over ACCM's base. What a great game. What a great game. ACCM taking the first victory. Hope you enjoyed. Wow. See you in game 2.